Hey, back with another video. So I want you to ask yourself, how is life responding to you differently? And I want you to look back through the journals 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 months and actually start connecting dots looking back. This is the kind of scientific stuff that you need to be doing that I've asked you to do on multiple occasions so that you can have the aha moment. You have to actually see it, and it'll stand out like slap you right in the face, right? Do you have less anxiety? Are you happier? Are people being nicer to you? Are your relationships changing? Are your finances changing? Are you getting opportunities that you were unaware of in the past? How are your friendships doing? How do you feel when you look in the mirror? Right? And if you've been filling these journals out, honestly, you'll see big steps. Right? Time will slow down. You won't be in a rush. Right? And on top of that, you need to celebrate all of those little wins. You can't just make this beat yourself up marathon where you're writing down all the things you don't like and you're always looking at things that you don't like that bug you and things that you don't think you're good at and feelings that you have that you don't want to have, and everything is all of this stuff that you're trying to change. But you need to pause and celebrate the little wins that you're having. Right? If last week was the first time you actually did a journal entry for all 7 days and you've been doing it for 6 months, that's a huge win. It might not seem significant to you, but I promise you, it's the compounding effect. Right? Can you do it 2 weeks in a row? Can you do it 3 weeks in a row? Pretty soon, is it a year in a row? Your whole life is changed. It's all these little actions that you're taking. It's really easy to sit on your couch and think, well, nothing's really happening. Right? I'm looking at my results, they haven't really changed. Okay. For sure. Has anything changed? But you won't be very aware and be able to find it unless you look. Seek and ye shall find. Not only are you seeking for truth and understanding and wisdom, you're also seeking, am I getting better? Because as you get better, your attitude changes. The way you feel changes. And you have to celebrate these little wins, or it seems overwhelming. And you don't really want to do this stuff every day, right? You never make it a habit because it's painful. Especially if you've been through a lot like I have. If you've been through anything like I've been through in my past of drugs and alcohol and chasing women and almost getting divorced and losing a child, like it just, it knocks you down, man. It's hard to even fathom, why am I living? What is the point? I'm never going to be anything of any substance. Everything, it just negative constantly hits me. Every time I think something's is going better, a car breaks down. Or my son got killed. And I honestly hope none of you ever go through that. I really do. But if I can get through that, my mentor told me, if you will do this every day for 90 days and make a habit of doing this, your life will change. And when he told me to read the same paragraph in a book for 90 days straight, I did it. When he told me to write in a journal every day and work on gratitude every day for 90 days, I did it. I was so sick and tired of being sick and tired, I was willing to do whatever it took. Some of you are not there. That's okay. So I'm talking to the people that are sick and tired of being sick and tired and ready to change their life. Maybe you need to read some biographies so that you can see that the Elon Musks and the Bill Gateses and all these people that you think are just lucky aren't lucky. They had failure after 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 failure for decades to get to where they are. They all have one thing in common. They made a committed decision and they didn't exit that decision. They stayed on the course. Through all the failures, through all the naysayers, through all the people stealing from them and using them and talking bad about them. They quit letting all of these distractions in the physical distract them. And as they got a little victory, they celebrated it. Right? Some of you just need to go on a happy hour to a really expensive restaurant and just go in there and buy an appetizer and be around that environment. It is a completely different experience. In the beginning, you're not going to feel like you fit in any environment that is different than the one you're used to. And eventually you'll start eating at that restaurant on a regular basis, right? Your life changes, your income changes, your friends change, your thinking's changing. Everything's changing. If you will change, everything will change for you. That is not woo-woo. That is a fact. I need you to believe that. So as you're celebrating these little wins, it's extremely important to document them. Right? You're connecting dots looking back and you see a win. I need you to highlight it. So that a year down the road, 2 years down the road, 3 years down the road, you can be looking back through these journals and you can see how this changed your life. And then you can suggest to someone else, hey, I started journaling. And it doesn't have to be my journal. I know my journal is amazing and it's one of a kind and it will change your life. But just writing down on a blank piece of paper is a good place to start. Right? And then you'll be helping someone. Right? And then you'll start see as you change, people notice. People are aware. They see, holy smokes, what are you doing? Well, this is what I'm doing. You mean you're just writing in a journal? Yeah. Changed my life. How can that be, right? Because they're unaware. Same way you were unaware when you started watching this channel. Same way I was unaware until I started watching YouTube. Like, why isn't this taught in school? Anyways, not trying to get off track. I want you guys to really pay attention to these little wins and start highlighting them. So you have reference points to always go back and you're not trying to find that one date. It'll be sticking out plain as day. Right? When you need motivation or you're feeling like, man, this has been a rough week, you can look back and be like, look at these things I've done. Look at these little wins I've had. I'm getting better. I'm going to keep going on. And it's the compound effect. Right? If you quit before you get to where you're going, you're never going to get there, right? You have to finish the race. And the race is for the rest of your life. And I don't want you to look at it as this long thing. I just want you to look at today is part of the race. So today I'm going to do the things I know I need to be doing. And knock that journal entry out, read your book, do your affirmations, and move on with your day. And when you get up tomorrow, do the same thing again. And pretty soon you have an extended period of time. This is what repetition does. You have an extended period of time that compounds. That's the name of the game. Everything will change. So please like and subscribe. Write these, these little wins, or comment. If you could comment on here so somebody else could see that you're having things change in your life, so they will be like, wow, this does work. Because that's the problem, right? I can sit here and tell you how amazing my life is and how everything has changed. But good for me, right? I mean, that it's not, I don't think that has as much value as you changing. That's what I'm obsessed with, you changing. You becoming better. You stepping into the life that you really want. That's what I'm obsessed with it. I want to change this 3% number to 10%. That's my life's mission. And I'm just going to keep trying to figure out a way to make that possible. So thanks, guys. Have a great day. Please like and subscribe. Keep smiling. Thank you. Bye.